It's Sunday the 11th of August and Alan's just dropped us off at Leith Docks and we've come to see this boat here, which some of you may recognise as the Royal Yacht Britania. Let's have a little hello everybody. Hello Rosie. It's cold today, it's been raining again and it's about 14 degrees. The original wheelhouse from the Britania. It wasn't actually in the bridge, it was below the bridge because that's the tradition of ships of the time. The ship's wheel came from the original Yacht Britania, which was built in 1893 for the Prince of Wales, who later became King Edward VII. The yacht then passed to King George V. The Prince's grandfather was a pretty keen sailor, and there's a picture of him sailing the racing yacht with this wheel. It was then used on the Britania in Cowes Week in 1924. The weather conditions on the Royal Yacht Britania today. No wind at all, but it's 15 degrees C and it's raining. Nice view of the side of Britania, port side, facing aft. You see the gangways to get onto different levels of the ship. We're at the bridge level. Just going to show that. Chart table with the chart of the fourth on it, and I'm wondering whether this is the final course that she took. There's position fixes and times and true courses noted on the chart, just in the same way that I would do it. And there's the VHF radio, power supply for the radio, and the decker for navigating, backup binnacle and compass, and the main binnacle and compass. The Admiral commanding the ship. Look at some of the other instruments. This is their old radar set, and this is the log indicator, RPM indicator, and then here you have the rudder indicator, and then that one there, I think this is the heel indicator, showing how much the ship is heeling from side to side. Apparently it could heel no more than 15 degrees. There's a telephone system to speak to various different people, including Duke, the Queen, etc. It's a navigator's room where we navigate or plot courses up to a year in advance of any particular trip. Some of the ship's boats in their davits, seen from the starboard side flying bridge. Here we see one of the ship's yachties operating the telegraph, signalling to shore. So here we're on the flag deck just behind the bridge. This is the modern telecommunications equipment. This is the old flag locker, still got flags inside it. And then each of these masts has coins set underneath them as payment to the Angels for protection of the vessel. They were placed there in 1953, just before the ship was launched. And you can see that she's moored next to Debenhams. Slightly better shot of the ship's navigator's office, which is just behind the bridge, showing his working chart table. Commander's daytime cabin where he saw his officers, his team of officers come here, and this is where he ate his meals when the Monarch wasn't on board. Captain Admiral's nighttime cabin, an office. Pantry where the food from the galley would come before being served to the Commodore in his cabin that we just saw. There's the Commodore's bathroom and bedroom. Fairly modest. The rest of the officers didn't have ensuite facilities, instead they shared. Aft of this position where these tall windows are was where the 40 staff that came with the Royal Party and the Royal Party itself lived, and then forward of this mast, which is about half the ship, is where all the 220 yachties and their 20 officers and the captain lived in much more cramped surroundings. Here were used to hoist aboard one of two vehicles which often took position in this garage here, and then often inside this garage was either a Land Rover, as is shown at the moment, or a Silver Ghost Rolls Royce. End of the ship now. This is the largest deck on the ship. This is the veranda deck where the royal family used to come and recreate. They used to put a blow-up swimming pool on this deck sometimes. Prince Philip used to do his painting, and the kids used to play deck quoits and various other things. And this deck had to be cleaned with seawater every day to keep it in pristine condition. It's made of 2-inch teak, and it had to be cleaned every day. And if the royal family came up while the servicemen were on board the deck, they just had to stand straight like statues and look straight ahead. And they weren't allowed to wear their caps when they were on this deck, so that the royal family didn't have to salute them because they were out of uniform. This is the teak-lined Royal Sun Lounge, which looks out onto the veranda deck. That's Rosie and that's Kirsty. This is the Queen's bedroom, which is immediately behind that Sun Lounge on the deck. It's used the same linen as Queen Victoria had in the previous boat, Victoria Albert. This is Prince Philip's bedroom. Prince Philip's room was forward of but adjoining the Queen's room. There you can see the door between the two, that's the Queen's room in the distance. Prince Charles and Diana's room on their wedding night, or on their wedding holiday on trip on Britania. And it's the only double bed on board the ship, and he had it brought on specifically for that event. We're in the room directly above the royal apartments, and we're going to have a cup of royal cup of tea, and we're going to have a mocha. Detail of the deck area. We're one deck down again. This is the anteroom to the officers' mess. The fire and a bar in the corner over there. This was the wardroom, which was exactly next to the anteroom that we just been. The officers had their meals. This is the china and glass pantry. This is the silver pantry. This is the banqueting hall on Britania, the biggest room on the ship. These are not the original tables and chairs. They're actually at Frogmore House at Windsor, where Prince Philip has a Britania room. Immediately after the state dining room was the two royal sitting rooms. This one being the Queen's sitting room, a 2-metre desk where she's doing most of her work signing royal documents from the red boxes which were sent to her from England, wherever she was. And this one, the Duke of Edinburgh's sitting room, directly opposite the Queen's. The ante-room where guests would gather for drinks before being dined in the state dining room. This is the royal drawing room, which immediately adjoins the ante-room that we just filmed. It can be joined into a single room to entertain up to 250 guests, but at the moment it's outfitted as it would have been for the royal family. And this piano here, this baby grand, cost $350 or pounds when it was new, and Noel Coward once played that piano. And this window here was the steward's room, where he prepared the drinks. And here is Maisie having a pint in the petty officer sergeant's bar. The whole mess kind of looks like a bar. There's a view from behind the bar. Quarters for the petty officers, which was a big improvement on what they had up until about 1970 when they had hammocks. This is how the petty officers' quarters looked during the daytime when the beds were stored into seats. This area immediately next to the petty officers' barracks was the Marine barracks. The junior ratings recreational space known as the unwinding room. I don't think other ships had this for the junior ratings. Warrant officers and chief petty officers mess. This is some of the sleeping quarters of the chief petty officers. Looks like 4-bunk 2-room. Sick bay which could accommodate 2 patients, one of them above that bed. Doctor's consulting room. Finally, the final room is part of the medical suite. This is the operating theatre. The other side of the ship's laundry, showing how big it is. Bigger than it normally would be for a ship of this size. Primarily because the boat was expected to be a hospital ship in emergencies, but also because they had to wash their uniforms up to 6 times a day. This is the Royal Barge, built by Camper and Nicholson, which was used to transport the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh ashore on visits, and they would sit in that area there so that people could see them as they arrived. some detail of the engine rooms. This is one of the low pressure turbines. In the context of the engine room, high pressure turbine, and various other machinery. Apparently it was as clean as this when it was in operation. The last little shot of the ship we made, we've just been in the engine room area, and she has a bit of a dirty bottom. I bet it wasn't as dirty as that in the day. Some barnacles going there.